comments on what you've done already. Right. Good morning, everyone. Once again, so let's get started. Okay, now we were talking about unit vector. Okay, look at this. Let's quickly we talked of unit vector. That is, I've got a vector in any vector in certain direction. V naught bar. A unit vector in this direction is nothing but a vector in this aligned along with this aligned parallel to V naught bar of 1 unit is my unit vector and represented by V naught cap. Let's say it is a A bar, it is shown as A cap, B bar, B cap. Alright. Now, if I want any vector along this vector, parallel to this vector V naught bar, all I do is I multiply a constant with V naught cap. I get any vector A bar parallel to V naught bar. Ultimately, I have a direction, one particular direction and magnitude. I stretch my unit vector along that direction. If k is positive, I get a parallel vector parallel to V naught bar. If k is negative, I get a vector anti-parallel to V naught bar. Alright. Now let us say I've got a vector V naught bar is equal to minus 4 I cap plus 3 j cap. Alright. Look at this. So for a vector like this, or should I take minus 4 and 3? No, let's take 3 and 4. 3 I cap and 4 j cap. For some reason, I'll tell you why. 3 I cap and 4 j cap. Now, I want another vector. Let's say a particle is moving around this vector with some speed of 20 meters per second. So around this vector, a particle is moving with this speed. So I have to write down its velocity. So how do I write velocity? Magnitude of velocity times the direction. Unit vector around that direction. Around which direction? Around this direction. Let us plot this vector. I've got 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. 3 I cap plus 4 j, sorry. 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. So this is my resultant. So this is my vector V naught bar. 3 I cap, 4 j cap. Around this direction, I want a unit vector first because it is particles traveling along this line with a speed of 20 meters per second. So my unit vector along that direction would be V naught cap, which is nothing but V naught bar by mod V naught, which is nothing but 3 I cap plus 4 j cap by what is mod V? 5. Good. That was quick. Very good. 3 by 5 I cap plus 4 by 5 j cap is my unit vector. I got a unit vector. Now this what's the magnitude of this one now? You get 1 unit. If you just square this and this and under root, if you find the square root of this one and this sum of squares of this one and take the root, you get 1. 3 square by 5 square plus 4 square by 5 square is 1. Under root is 1. So its magnitude is 1. But I want a vector which is a magnitude 20 in that direction. So I stretch that unit vector 20 times. So what I do? I write 20 times of V naught cap is my speed velocity along that direction. Velocity of particle is equal to 20 times of 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. So 5 I take common, it becomes 4. 4 5 4 is 20, 4 is 12, 12 I cap plus 16 j cap is my velocity. So my velocity of a particle moving with speed of 20 meters per second along this direction, this particular direction, V naught bar, is 12 I cap plus 16 j cap. Just to cross verify, if I find out what is magnitude of 12 I cap plus 16 j cap, what is the magnitude of this one? 12 square plus 16 square under root. How much is that turning out to be? 20. Makes sense because my vector is of magnitude 20, and that's what I got a vector of magnitude 20 in component form, in INJ form, partition form. Correct? Right. Now let's go for this question. Look at the fourth question in the DPP. Can you also open the DPP simultaneously in the poll? When just look at the question and then come back to the class, can you do that? Or should I read the question? The fourth question in the DPP. A bar is given as 4i minus 3j. B bar is given as 6i plus 8j. Then find the magnitude and direction of A plus B bar. A bar plus B bar. So one vector is A. B bar is what? 4i cap minus 3j cap. B bar is what is B bar, students? 6i cap plus 8j cap. I want A bar plus B bar. Right? That's what he's asking. Yeah, A bar plus B bar. So I add X component and Y component. See, I've got a vector like this. 4 and minus 3. One vector is this way. 4 units. 4i cap and minus 3j cap. So this length is 3. And 6i cap plus 8j cap. 6i cap, 8j cap. So this is another vector. This is 8 and this is 6. I want addition of these two vectors. So this is minus 3 and this is plus 8. So 8 minus 3. And over here 6 plus 4. They are in the same direction. This X components are in the same direction, Y components are anti-parallel. The parallels are anti-parallel. So parallel vectors are right. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 I cap plus 5j cap is my C bar, which is resultant. A plus B bar. A bar plus B bar resultant is this one. Alright. Now what is the magnitude of this one? Mod C root of
125.
right. So root of 125. So what would that be? 5 root 5, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Good. So I got the magnitude. Now he's also asking the direction. Direction means he's asking unit vector. If someone says what is the direction of a vector, I want a unit vector in that direction. So I want unit vector of this one. So what do I do? C bar by mod C is my unit vector. Then I cap plus 5j cap by 5 root 5 is my unit vector. So C cap would be 10 I cap plus 5j cap by 5 root 5, which becomes 2 by root 5 I cap plus 1 by root 5 j cap is my unit vector along a plus b bar, a bar plus b bar. So if this is a bar, this is b bar. My resultant is somewhere here, right? If I use parallelogram law, roughly, see, you should be able to draw rough sketches, quick rough sketches. This is my resultant. Look at this. My resultant is having both the positive components. X is positive and y is also positive. Look at this. It is having 10 I cap, which is 4 plus 6 is 10. Till here, this is 10 and this is 5. Alright? Geometrical also it makes sense that because this vector and this vector, if I draw a parallelogram, so the diagonal of the parallelogram gives me the resultant. Or I can make this vector slide over here and coincide in the head of it, tail and head of the two vectors. The closing set will give you the resultant. Alright? Is it okay, students? Is this okay? As much as possible, try to make sense. Try to get the information both from geometrical perspective and also the analytical perspective. We got this is very easy to do. No, all you have to do is add x components, add y components, mod c, and c bar by mod c. I get a unit vector. But geometrically, what does it mean? How does the picture looks like? It looks like I want a vector a and b. A when you set b over here, I get a triangle. The closing hand of the triangle is resultant. Resultant x component is somewhere around 10, and y component is 5. Correct? Same thing what you're getting. Now look at this. Look at this one students. What is the direction in this angle, this alpha? What is the alpha? Sorry. What is the direction this resultant makes? A bar plus B bar, sorry, C bar makes with x axis. Tan inverse of 5 by 10, right? Tan inverse of 5 by 10. If I take this right angle triangle, tan alpha is 5 by 10. So tan inverse of 5 by 10, that's 1 by 2. Because unit vector is also in the same direction, obviously, unit vector also should make the same angle alpha. From here, what can I find? How can I find alpha over here? Cy by cx. Alpha is tan inverse of cy by cx. So 1 by root 5, right? 2 by root 5. Root 5 gets cancelled, again I get 1 by 2. So I'm getting 1 by 2 from vector, 1 by 2 from unit vector. All I have to say is unit vector is aligned along the direction of vector. Unit vector is nothing but it is a vector of one unit. Okay. Okay, Bhavna. Okay, that's okay. I'll take care of it. But could you understand this problem, Bhavna?
Yes, sir.
This ing, what I did, I just added ing, I component, j component. Why? Because in this vector, in this Cartesian plane, x components I'm adding, y components I'm adding separately. X components I'm adding separately, y components I'm adding separately. And that x component, y component is the result of sum of that is the resultant, C bar. Now, magnitude of this is nothing but this one. Again, simple. Cx square plus cy square under root. Now, what is the unit vector? 1 unit, a vector of magnitude 1 unit along this direction. So that will be C bar by mod C. C bar by mod C would be this vector. So I got C cap as well. So the whole intention was to find out C cap and mod C. That was the question. But we also looked into the question from the geometrical perspective. Where I got the resultant somewhere here, roughly here, where this was 5 and this is 10. So tan inverse 5 by 10 is 1 by 2 for C bar. For C cap also I should get tan inverse 5 by 2. That's what I did. Alright, I'm just trying to do two things parallelly. As much as possible to go geometrically and analytically. But we will see questions where only this is easy, this is easy, both are possible, but this is easy and this is not easy. Sometimes this is easy, this is not easy. Okay. Okay. Now, students, let's go for the next question, which is fifth one. Look at the fifth question, students. A truck traveling due north at 20 meters per second turns west and travels at the same speed. Find the change in its velocity. So I want difference now. Change means difference. Final minus initial. Right. So star is going straight towards north. So these are the cardinal points. If this is north, this is east, west, and south. Alright? If the car is moving towards north, with 20 meters per second, V naught is 20. It takes a left turn and starts going towards west, with same speed V naught 20. So this is A bar or V1 bar, velocity 1, velocity 2. Speed is same, but velocity is different. Alright, direction is different. So these two vectors are two different vectors. Now, what is velocity? What is speed? All these things we'll again revisit this topic, but intuitively you can understand that these two are two different vectors. One vector, they are of same magnitude, that's fine, but they are of different directions, so different vectors. Alright. Now I want the difference of these two. See, if I have got this and this way, configured this way, this closing side will give me sum. But I want the difference. So what do I do? What do I do with the difference? V1 bar, sorry, I want change. Change is always final minus initial. So V2 bar minus V1 bar is my delta V required. So how can I write this as V2 bar plus of minus V1 bar? You always understand this step. I'm going to use this step throughout your mechanics. I'm writing the subtraction as sum of V2 and reversal of V1. Alright? It's anyway plus into minus is minus, both are same, but the way we read is different. Since V2 minus V1 is fine, but how do we do it geometrically? I add V2, I add minus V1 to V2. So V2 is added to the reversal of V1, a reverse vector, but along the line of V1. Line of action is V1, but it's reversed. So where is V1? V1 is here, V2 is here. So I'll write V2 here. This is V2. Minus V1 is this one. Now I have to add these two vectors. So I'll add this one, triangle log 20, 20. Now closing side will give me the resultant. Now what is this resultant? This is not V1 plus V2. This is V2 minus V1. Because I'm adding reversal. But over here this resultant is V1 plus V2. It doesn't have any significance right now. Because I'm talking about change. Change is nothing but final minus initial. Final minus initial. I invert the vector and add to this one. How do I add? Triangle law. So 20 and 20, and this angle would be 45, and this would be how much? What is hypotenuse? If I have got base and height as 20, what is the hypotenuse? Students, if you don't answer, I will not get to know that you are following or not.
Root 800, sir.
So how much is that? Root 800 is what? 20 root 2. Because I can write 800 as 400 into 2. 400 comes out of the root, it becomes 20 root 2. So this is nothing but 20 root 2. So answer is 20 root 2. What is the change? 20 root 2. But what is the direction of the change? At an angle of 45 degrees, okay? Towards southwest. Right? So it was going towards north, it went towards west, the change is towards southwest. Delta V is towards southwest. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Sure. See, be comfortable with these problems. They're basic problems. You have to be comfortable with this manipulation. Alright, because we'll go for tougher problems. Alright, Omkar, I'll tell you again. Not a problem. See, Omkar wants this problem to be done again. So I'll just do it. So have patience. Others also please listen to the problem again. Surely, only one point I'm conveying here. This is the cardinal direction, cardinal points, north, east, west, and south. The car was going towards north with a speed of 20. So velocity vector is, let's say, v1 bar. So mod v1 is 20. Then it took a left turn or towards it took a turn towards west and started going towards left. That's towards west. With the same speed, v2 20. Why am I driving? Both the lengths are same because their speeds are same. I mean lengths are same. So this magnitude and this magnitude is same, so I'm driving both the lengths are same. That's same. Now I want v2 bar minus v1 bar. Why do I want this? Because he's asking change. Change is always final minus initial. Always remember. Change is always final minus initial. So what is v2 bar? How do I rewrite this v2 bar? That's all. Minus v1 bar. So I know how to add vectors, either triangle or parallelogram, geometrically. So I use triangle. But how to draw the triangle, I need two vectors. What are those two vectors? v2, that's all. Not v1. Reversal of v1, minus v1. So I have v2. v2 is as it is, this way. What is minus v1? If this is v1, minus v1 is directly downward. So this is minus v1. I have to add these two vectors. I'll use triangle to add. I'll write this vector and keep it over here. This is minus v1. Now, what is the sum of two vectors? What is the sum of these two vectors? The closing side. This is the sum of two vectors, right? I'm actually finding out the subtraction, difference of two vectors. But why am I saying sum of what two vectors? v2 and minus v1. Reversal of v1, I'm adding to v2. So I'm adding two vectors, but what two vectors? v2 and minus v2, minus v1. So as to find the difference, I'm finding sum of v2 and reversal of v1. So this is my difference. Alright, sum of v2 and v1, that is nothing but v2 plus of minus v1, which is nothing but v2 minus v1. If this is 20, this is also 20, so this angle would be 45. Obviously, this angle is 45, I suppose right angle triangle. If this is 20, this is 20, what is the hypotenuse? Length of the hypotenuse? Root 800, which is 20 root 2. So now I got the difference, the change is along this direction, geometrically this direction. But what is this direction? How do I mention it? It is southwest direction. See, southwest, exactly 45 degrees is southwest. This is my delta V direction. So V1 is towards north, V2 is towards west, delta V is towards southwest. Is it okay now, Omkar? Okay, good. Now let's go for the next one. Go for the eighth question. Look at the eighth question, students. When I ask you to look at the question, are you able to look at the question? I mean, are you able to quickly swap to the PDF and are you able to read the question? Alright, look at the eighth question. Two forces F1, 1 Newton and 2 Newton are along the lines of x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. This is my xy axis. What is x is equal to 0 here? X is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, so on. X is equal to 0 is equal to y axis. So my F is equal to 1 Newton is along this one. One vector is along this one. Other vector is along y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 is what x-axis. Because throughout x-axis my y coordinate is 0. So equation of x-axis y is equal to 0. Alright, some condition which is satisfied throughout the locus, throughout the line. So this is two units, this is 1 unit. I have to find the resultant. How do I find the resultant? How do I write this vector actually? I can write this as 2I cap plus 1j cap. The resultant is 2I cap plus 1j cap. So vector is done. But let's say I want to do it using triangular parallelogram now. This is my resultant. And this angle will give me the direction. How much is the resultant? If this is 1, this is 2. 1 square plus 2 square under root. So that would be root 5. And angle would be tan inverse 1 by 2. So either show it geometrically or analytically, we can just mention that the resultant is 2I cap plus 1j cap, or length of the vector resultant is root 5 at an angle of tan inverse of 1 by 2. Is this clear, students? Is this clear? Omkar, Bhavna, Gayatri? What happened? Alright. Oh, you're messaging. Alright. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. Alright. Alright. Good. Alright. Let's go with the next question. That's ninth one. Yeah. Look at the ninth question. That's very simple question. See, these are simple questions just to acquaint you with how to handle vectors. Alright. We are not applying any much of thought in solving problems. You're just doing some mechanical manipulations. That's it. So I've got a bar is equal to, how much is a bar? Can you tell me a bar? 2i plus 3, 2i plus j. 3 bar is?
3j minus k.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. 3i minus?
3j minus k, sir.
Okay, 3j minus k. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you what is k. Okay, then c bar is?
6i minus 2k.
Okay. Now look at the students. I is along x-axis, j is along y-axis, and k is along z-axis. So if I've got three vectors like this, x, y, and z, I, j, and k. So three-dimensional vectors, all I have to do is I have to add another vector which is along z direction. So I've got, let's say, resultant of these two vectors is somewhere here. Alright? Now this is the resultant of these two vectors. These two vectors is the resultant. Now if I have to add another vector which is along z direction, this way. The direction is out on the board. Right? Now this is an xy plane. I had one vector this way, another vector this way. Resultant is this one. Now if I have to add this vector and this vector, all I have to do is same thing repeatedly. This is the resultant. This is the resultant. Alright, whatever I've done, triangle law for this one. However, geometrically I'm adding these two vectors, the resultant of that one, and I'll add that to vector along z direction. Vector along z direction is again some magnitude unit vector. A unit vector from z direction is given by k cap. I, j, and k. I cap is along x direction, j cap is along y direction, and k cap is along z direction. Alright, now again, all I have to do is simply add corresponding components. Alright, because components are either parallel or anti-parallel. You have seen before, I had, what is that we had? 4 and then 6, and over 8 and then 3. So these components I can add. Similarly, I can add along z component. So all I have to do is just add all these three. But how will I write this? A bar is 2i cap plus j cap plus 0 k cap. Alright, and this is 0 I cap, and this should be 0 j cap. Is it okay? So this is lying in xy plane. It has only x and y components. It has y and z components. It doesn't have any x component. So it is lying in yz plane. This has got x and z components. It doesn't have y component. So this lying in xz plane. Alright. This visualization you'll eventually learn. Okay, Bhavna says resultant is only 2i and how the root 5 has come. Alright. Bhavna, why did you unmute and speak? Any problem with the network or something?
No, sir.
You should have told me that time itself. No, I would have stopped there and told you. Alright. I'll tell you why.
సార్ ఇంతకు ముందు చేసిన ప్రాబ్లం అది సార్ ఆన్సర్ ఇంతకు ముందు చేసిన ప్రాబ్లం ఫోర్స్
అదే అంటున్నాను ప్రాబ్లంలో 2i క్యాప్ వచ్చింది, నాకు 1j క్యాప్ వచ్చింది కదా. 2i క్యాప్ 1j క్యాప్ ద రిజల్టెడ్. Is it okay? Is it okay? Result అనేది you are convinced.
అంతేనా సార్ అది రిజల్టెంట్ అంతే సార్
రిజల్టెంట్ ఇంతే. అది
సార్
కాన్స్టెంట్
అంతే
ఫామ్. ఇది కాంపోనెంట్ ఫామ్ లో. బట్ ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ జియోమెట్రికల్లీ హౌ విల్ ఐ గెట్ ఇట్? నాకు లెంత్ కావాలి, డైరెక్షన్ కావాలి. నేను రెండు ఆలోచించగలగాలి. నేను కాంపోనెంట్ ఫామ్ ఆలోచించగలగాలి, జియోమెట్రికల్ కూడా ఆలోచించగలగాలి. సమ్టైమ్స్ బోత్ ఆర్ పాసిబుల్. Geometry is sometimes very difficult to do 3 dimensions లో. బట్ we should be able to 2 dimensions అప్పుడు చేయగలగాలి. ఈ 2 dimensions నేను ఏమంటానంటే ఇది రిజల్టెంట్. That's the answer. That's it. But if I ask you what is in terms of length or angle it makes, how will you find out? Length ఎలా find చేస్తావు? Modulus of this one. What is the modulus of this one? Rxi cap plus Ryj cap. Sorry, Rx whole square plus Ry square under root.
రూట్ 5 వస్తుంది సార్
Correct. So root 5 is the length. నేను root 5 రాశాను కదా.
ఎస్
5
సార్
రాశాను. ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు యాంగిల్ కావాలి నాకు. ఓన్లీ మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ వస్తే సరిపోదు కదా, నాకు డైరెక్షన్ కూడా కావాలి. ఇక్కడేమో ఇలా మెన్షన్ చేస్తే రెండు వచ్చేసాయి. డైరెక్షన్ వచ్చేసింది, మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ వచ్చేసింది. కానీ ఇక్కడ కావాల్సింది నాకు మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ వచ్చింది, డైరెక్షన్ రాలేదు ఇంకా. డైరెక్షన్ కూడా కావాలి. డైరెక్షన్ ఎలా మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు ఇప్పుడు? tan ఇన్వర్స్ ఆఫ్ 1/2. చూడండి ఈ ట్రయాంగిల్ చూడండి. This is 1, this is 2. So tan inverse of 1/2 is alpha.
ఎస్ సార్
ఇప్పుడు ఏమైందో అంటే ఈ పిక్చర్ లో లెంత్ అండ్ డైరెక్షన్ ఇస్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఈ పిక్చర్ లో జస్ట్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ మెన్షన్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. బట్ వెనెవర్ యు హావ్ 2 dimensional vectors you should be able to think in both the ways. 3 dimensional vectors ఉన్నప్పుడు మనం జస్ట్ కాంపోనెంట్ ఫామ్ లో చేసుకుంటే ఈజీ అయిపోతుంది. చూడండి ఇక్కడ ఎలా ఉంది. So see, look at this. If I want to visualize, A is in xy plane. X, Y, Z. xy plane లో A ఉంది. ఎంత ఉంది? 2i cap plus 1j cap. ఇక్కడ ఉంది. Right? 2i cap, 1j cap. B ఎలా ఉంది? దేంట్లో ఉంది? YZ లో ఉంది. X component 0 ఉంది, YZ లో ఉంది. 3i cap minus k cap. 3i cap minus k cap. ఇలా ఉంది. ఇది YZ plane లో ఉంది. Be careful. YZ plane లో ఉంది. C 6i cap 0 minus 2k. XZ plane లో ఉంది. XZ 6i cap minus 2k cap. 6i cap towards x axis, minus 2 అంటే లెఫ్ట్ కదా, అంటే లోపల కదా. Z axis is coming out, positive is out, so negative will be inside. So somewhere ఇక్కడ కూడా ఉంటుంది. And this is in this plane, xz plane. నేను డ్రా చేయలేను, అందుకే ఇలా చేయడం ఈజీ, కానీ డ్రా చేయడం కష్టం, కానీ విజువలైజ్ చేయడం కూడా రావాలి. Alright. Okay, so let's forget about the visualization. Okay, let's stop over here. Let's see how to manipulate just the components. Now, resultant kavali. Emosundi 2 plus 6 is 8 I cap. 3 plus 1 plus 0. 4 J cap. Plus, ఇప్పుడు ఎంత వస్తుంది? Add this
Min-
bit. How much?
minus 3k caps.
Correct. Now, divide the resultant vector. దీనికి మ్యాగ్నెట్ కావాలి ఇప్పుడు ఎలా వస్తుంది నాకు ఇక్కడ విజువలైజ్ చేయడం చాలా కష్టం I'll do some presentation and then show it to you how to visualize but right now it's very difficult to put it on the board try to visualize on paper కానీ వెక్టర్స్ అంటే ఇలా ఉన్నాయి 3 dimensions లో ఇలా ఉన్నాయి so sum of all these three vectors is this vector what is the magnitude of this vector 8 square plus 4 square plus minus 3 whole square under root. This is my resultant, magnitude of the resultant. So now, is okay now? Now, what if we want unit vector? R cap would be R bar by not R bar. And let unit vector also. So, ఇక్కడ manipulation చాలా easy ఉంటుంది component form లో. Alright, అదే నేను ఇక్కడ resultant చూపించాలంటే two things చూపించాలి. ఒకటి, I should show you the length of the resultant. That is easy. This is one. But geometrically కూడా చూపించగలగాలి. That's not possible on paper. So, 3 dimensions కదా. And also I should show the angle is equal x, y, and z. Angle resultant ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది. స్పేస్ లో ఉంటుంది ఇలా. రైట్ ఇది x ఒక ప్లేన్ అనుకుంటే స్పేస్ ఇలా ఉంటుంది రిజల్టెంట్ రైట్ ఈ వెక్టర్ ఇలా ఉంది ఈ వెక్టర్ ఇలా ఉంది ఈ వెక్టర్ ఇలా ఉంది కింద ఉంది ఈ మూడు వెక్టర్ రిజల్టెంట్ ఏమో స్పేస్ లో ఇలా ఉంటుంది రైట్ now show I have to mention this completely to get the complete information of the vector I need length of this vector which is done but I also need the angles it makes it x, y, and z I will do it later alright అర్థమైంది ఇది students అర్థమైందా okay but the question is not a resultant a bar plus b bar plus c bar look at the question he's saying find the value of a bar minus 2b bar plus 3c bar so I just don't want the resultant of abc I want where scaling I scale b and c how do I scale 3b 2b minus 2b so I multiply this with minus 2 that means I'm reversing b bar minus 2 అంటే ఎంత అయిపోతుంది minus 6 j cap అయిపోతుంది ఇది ఎంత అయిపోతుంది plus 2 అయిపోతుంది now this is 3c bar this becomes 18 0 and 6 is it okay now I have to add all these three then I get a bar minus 2b bar plus 3c bar is equal to what is this 18 plus 2 is 20 I cap minus tell me the answer now 20 I cap
Minus 5j cap.
okay
Minus 4k cap.
that's it again if I want the magnitude what do I do 20 square plus 5 square plus 4 square under root if I want the unit vector this by mod of that is unit vector అదే ఇక్కడ చేయాలంటే is not possible అంటే చాలా డిఫికల్ట్ మనం విజువలైజ్ చేసి చేయాలంటే చాలా డిఫికల్ట్ బట్ ఇలా చేసి చాలా ఈజీ ఇట్స్ మ్యాటర్ ఆఫ్ సెకండ్స్ రైట్ but this can also be done this way provided we have got proper visualization tools this also we look into very simple examples in both the ways but right now we understand how to manipulate vectors using like scaling and adding vectors resultant అంటే ఎలా వస్తుంది కాంపోనెంట్ ఫామ్ లో రిజల్టెంట్ కావాలంటే ఏం చేస్తాను x కాంపోనెంట్స్ యాడ్ చేస్తాను y కాంపోనెంట్స్ యాడ్ చేస్తాను z కాంపోనెంట్స్ యాడ్ చేస్తాను what I get is the resultant very simple okay now let's look at 12th one is a nice one 10th 11 కూడా చేద్దాము, but let's go for 12th first. Then we'll come to 10. After 12 we'll come to 10. So what is 12th question? A is 3 4 724. A bar is 3I cap plus 4G cap. Now what is required? He says find a vector having the same magnitude as B but parallel to A. So now the A bar along 3I cap is 4J cap. 3I cap, 4J cap. A bar along 3, 4. B is how much? 7, 24. 7. Okay, I'll scale it up. So this is 7. This is 24. Alright. So this is one vector. This is B bar. But A bar is 3I cap and 4J cap.
4J cap, sir.
Right? 3I cap and 4J cap. Somewhere here. This is A bar. Now I want a vector in the direction of A bar. Now if I want, now direction is fixed. Now direction కావాలంటే ఏం చేస్తాను? యూనిట్ వెక్టర్ తెచ్చుకుంటాను. So unit vector తెచ్చుకుంటే నాకు డైరెక్షన్ వచ్చేసింది. If I want any vector in that direction, all I have to do is just scale it up. Stretch చేయాలి. Stretch అంటే constant తో multiply చేయాలి. He also has given a constant value also. He said magnitude ఎంత ఉండాలి? దీని అంత magnitude ఉండాలి. Mod B ఎంత ఉండాలి? కానీ ఏ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉండాలి? A cap డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉండాలి. So that should be mod B times of A cap. My required vector is mod B times of A cap. So that is nothing but mod B times of A bar by mod A. That's the answer. Just plug in the values, you get the answer. Now, how do I plug in the values? Mod B chestanu, mod A chestanu, I'll write down the A bar, that will be the answer. Is that the how I have written this? I want magnitude length of P అంటే లెంత్ తెలిసిపోయింది నాకు. డైరెక్షన్ కావాలి. డైరెక్షన్ ఎలా ఏ బార్. డైరెక్షన్ కావాలంటే యూనిట్ వెక్టర్ కావాలి. యూనిట్ వెక్టర్ ఎలా వచ్చేస్తుంది నాకు? ఏ బార్ mod is unit vector. That unit vector if I scale it up, if I stretch it, that is if I multiply it with the constant, I'll get a vector which is of length or equal to that constant and direction in that unit vector. So I get the vector as magnitude and direction. The direction vector required vector is magnitude and direction. So I've got both. Magnitude ఎంత కావాలి? mod B కావాలి. మరి యూనిట్ వెక్టర్ ఏంటో కావాలి? A cap లో కావాలి. Correct? Is it clear, students?
Yes, sir.
సార్ మళ్ళీ చెప్తారా సార్ ఇంకొకసారి?
చెప్తాను. చూడండి, I've got A bar and B bar. Right? So what is he asking? He's asking to find the vector of length B bar in A bar direction. అంటే ఇది లెంత్ 5 యూనిట్స్ అనుకోండి, నాకు A bar డైరెక్షన్ లో 5 యూనిట్ లెంత్ వెక్టర్ కావాలి. ఈ వెక్టర్ కావాలి నాకు. B bar లెంత్ ఉండాలి కానీ A bar డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉండాలి. నాకు ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక వెక్టర్ కావాలంటే, రిక్వైర్డ్ వెక్టర్ కావాలంటే ఐ హ్యావ్ సమ్ కాన్స్టెంట్ విచ్ ఇస్ లెంత్ టైమ్స్ అ యూనిట్ వెక్టర్. ఇక్కడ యూనిట్ వెక్టర్ ఏ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉంది? A cap. So required vector should be in the direction of A cap. So what should be the length of the vector? Mod B. What is A cap? A bar by mod A. So this my required vector is this one. ఒక వెక్టర్ కావాలంటే ఒక మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ కావాలంటే ఒక డైరెక్షన్ కావాలి. డైరెక్షన్ చెప్పేశాడు, మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ చెప్పేశాడు. ఆల్ హావ్ టు డు ఇస్ జస్ట్ అసెంబుల్ దట్. అసెంబుల్ చేయాలి నేను. ఎలా? మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ ఎంత ఇచ్చాడు? mod p. రాసేశారు. డైరెక్షన్ ఎంత కావాలన్నాడు? ఎలా ఏ డైరెక్షన్ అన్నాడు? So I'll use unit vector along a direction. So I'll write a cap. Cap is unit vector along a direction, a cap. So a cap into a bar by mod a. So mod b into a bar by mod a is my answer. This is okay now. Now let's find out the value of that. What is mod b? Mod b ఎంత చెప్పండి?
25 వస్తుంది సార్.
అది స్క్వేర్ వస్తుంది. Root of that is answer. Mod. What is mod? Root of 3 square plus 4 square. Correct? 5 వస్తుంది.
Yes, sir.
So 5 times of a bar. A bar ఏంటి? 3i cap plus 4j cap by mod a. Sorry, mod b కావాలి ఇప్పుడు మనకి. Sorry. Required vector is equal to mod b times of a bar, which is 3i cap plus 4j cap by mod a, which is 5. mod b కావాలి ఇప్పుడు. mod b ఎంత ఉంది? 7 square plus 24 square under root. అది చెప్పగలుగుతారా?
25 సార్.
అది కూడా 25 వస్తుందా? అంటే 625 వస్తుందా?
ఎస్ సార్.
Okay, sure, no? Because I don't know. I didn't calculate.
ఎస్ సార్, షూర్ సార్.
Okay, good. So 25. So 5, 5. So that becomes 15 I cap plus 20 J cap. This is my resultant vector. Fine. ఇక్కడ నేను జామెట్రికల్ చూడండి ఎలా చేయాలి? I have this vector b bar. Length ఇంతే ఉండాలి. మరి ఎలా ఏ డైరెక్షన్ ఉండాలి? సో a bar ఇలా ఉంది. ఇది తీసుకొని నేను ఒక r చేస్తాను. This is my vector. అర్థమైందండి? అర్థమైందని ఏం చేశాను? నాకు a bar డైరెక్షన్ తెలుసు. సో లైన్ ఆఫ్ యాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ a bar తెలుసు నాకు. ఈ లైన్. ఈ లైన్ లో నాకు బి ఎంత లెంత్ కావాలి నాకు. బి ఎంత లెంత్ కావాలంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి కంపాస్ పెట్టుకొని ఇఫ్ ఐ డ్రా దిస్ ఆర్ ఆఫ్ లెంత్ బి, mod బి, నాకు ఈ పాయింట్ వస్తుంది కదా. Now this is my vector along a bar of magnitude mod b. Is it okay? Say yes or no.
సార్ అర్థం కాలేదు సార్.
చూడు, మీరు ఏమంటారంటే నాకు లైన్ ఆఫ్ యాక్షన్ తెలుసు, రైట్? నాకు లైన్ ఆఫ్ యాక్షన్ తెలుసు. నేను దీని మీద ఒక లెంత్ తీసుకుంటే అదే నా వెక్టర్ అయిపోతుందా? ఎల్ వెక్టర్ ఎల్ ఏ క్యాప్ అయిపోతుంది అది, రైట్? ఒక లెంత్ ఎల్ నాట్ తీసుకుంటే ఎల్ నాట్ ఏ క్యాప్ అయిపోతుంది ఆ వెక్టర్, అంతే కదా?
ఎస్ సార్.
నాకు mod b ఇంటూ ఏ క్యాప్ కావాలి. mod b రావాలంటే నాకు ఈ లైన్ ఆఫ్ యాక్షన్ మీద ఐ వాంట్ లెంత్ ఆఫ్ వెక్టర్ స్మాల్ b. సో ఇక్కడ నేను కంపాస్ పెట్టుకుంటాను. దట్ యు హావ్ అ కంపాస్ నా. సో ఐ టేక్ దిస్ పాయింట్ as center and draw the arc of length of radius mod b. దీనికి ఇక్కడ ఇంటర్సెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఈ లెంత్ ఎంత అయింది ఇప్పుడు mod b? వాట్ ద లైన్ ఆఫ్ యాక్షన్? a cap. సో a cap డైరెక్షన్ లో నాకు mod b లెంత్ వచ్చేసింది. సో వాట్ ద వెక్టర్ నౌ? mod b times a cap. నాకు రిక్వైర్డ్ వెక్టర్ వచ్చేసింది కదా.
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇప్పుడు నాకు అదే mod a in around b కావాలనుకోండి. వాట్ డు ఐ డు? ఐ టేక్ దిస్ పాయింట్ as center and draw this arc and this is my mod a times b cap. అది ఇలా చేయాలంటే రైట్, mod a times b cap, b bar by mod b is my required vector prime. Vector of magnitude a along b, vector of magnitude b along a. ఇది vector of magnitude b along a cap, ఇది vector of magnitude a along b cap. Correct? Geometrical rule అర్థమైంది కదా?
ఎస్ సార్.
Okay. What's your full name, Bhavna? What is G stands for? Great, Bhavna.
ఏంటి
G
సార్?
full form ఏంటి? Great, great Bhavna.
లేదు సార్.
What is the full form?
Gajelli, sir. Gajelli.
Sure. Okay, fine. Let's go for one more problem. Or if you have got doubts, you can clarify. We'll go for the next one, problem in the next class. But there are 5 more problems. And many problems are there. Maybe we have to do the complete sheet. But let's stop here. You ask me if you have got any doubts in whatever I discussed today. Mali chapter start. Any doubts, students? See yes or no? No doubts. Perfect. Absolutely no doubts or some doubt. Mali chapter. ఏదైనా ఉంటే చెప్పండి. I'll tell you again. You still have got 2 minutes. All right, all right. This is no, sir. Okay. Which question are you talking about, Omkar? I appreciate Omkar. Very good. You are asking honestly and sincerely. Very good. That's the way you should be. A student should be like that. All 3 of you are really appreciable. Okay, which question are you talking about, Omkar? If you can mention that. All right, first 2 questions. What are the first 2 questions? 4 and 5. You mean to say A bar is equal to 4I cap and minus 3J cap, 6I cap, 8J cap, A bar plus B bar, that one? No, if you can unmute and tell me the question, I can quickly do it. Because reading this chat and then correlating with the questions. Omkar, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Yes, sir, we done second question in starting that root
Oh.
5.
Okay. Root 5 1. All right. I got it. See, there are 2 vectors. One is now x is equal to 0. The other is now y is equal to 0. What is x is equal to 0? That's the equation of y axis. Alright, equation of y axis is x is equal to 0. Why? Because all the coordinates on y axis have got x coordinate as 0. So that is the condition for y axis of all the points on y axis. So x is equal to 0 is the equation of y axis. So I've got 1 unit, 1 Newton or 1 unit around this direction, and 2 units around y is equal to 0. So 1 unit, 2 units. I want to find the resultant of these 2. So what is the resultant in vector form, in Cartesian form? 2I cap plus 1j cap. That's it, I'm done. My vector is ventured with complete information. Complete information వచ్చేసింది vector వి. Components వచ్చేసాయి, angle వచ్చేసింది, magnitude వచ్చేసింది, అన్ని వచ్చేసింది దీంట్లో. Alright. But now let's see geometrically. If I slide this one over here, this closing side of the triangle is resultant. What is the magnitude of this one? Hypotenuse. Length of the hypotenuse. 1 square plus 2 square under root, which is root 5. And what is the angle it makes with the x-axis? Tan inverse of opposite by adjacent, 1 by 2. That's what my geometrically gives the complete information of the vector. Magnitude and direction angle it makes the x-axis or certain axis, certain standard axis. Same information should be hidden here, right? I told you same information ఇక్కడ ఉందని చెప్పాను. Magnitude ఉందని చెప్పాను, direction ఉందని చెప్పాను, అన్ని ఉన్నాయి చెప్పాను. అన్ని అంటే రెండు ఉన్నాయని చెప్పాను. So what is the magnitude here? Mod r bar. root of 2 square plus 1 square. See, it's actually from the geometry itself we got this. Alright, there's nothing new. It's not something different from this one. Both are equivalent. So I'll get root 5 as magnitude. But how do you get the magnitude from? Only if the vector is given, no geometry is given. How do I get it? Rx square plus ry square under root. Rx square plus ry square under root is my magnitude of the resultant. Plus root 5. Now angle this makes with x-axis is tan inverse of ry by rx. Which is ry is 1, rx is 2. So tan inverse 1 by 2. Same thing geometrically. See, geometrical నుంచి ఇది వచ్చింది. ఇక్కడ నుంచి నేను rx స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ry స్క్వేర్ ఈక్వల్ టు అండర్ రూట్ అని చెప్తున్నాను. ఎలా రైట్ యాంగిల్ ట్రయాంగిల్ తీసుకొని పైథాగరస్ థీరం ఇది rx ఇది ry. rx స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ ry స్క్వేర్ అండర్ రూట్ ఇస్ మై మోడ్ r. And tan inverse of r in y by rx is my alpha. So just ఇది మెన్షన్ చేస్తే నేను మొత్తం ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మెన్షన్ చేసినట్టే. Or geometrical superiority I have to show the angle and the length. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైందా ఓంకార్?
Yes, sir. Now clear.
All right.
Thank
good.
you, sir.
Most welcome, Onkar. All right. So let's stop here and continue in the evening. We'll do some more problems and we'll go ahead with the topic. And or do you want to complete the DPP? Maximum in your DPP, do you want to try? Have you tried some questions in that? All three of you, Gayatri, Bhavna, and Omkar, have you tried? So I'll split the class into two sections in the evening. One vectors, one maximum minimum. Half and half. మీరు చేశారంటే అది చేద్దాం. మీరు అటెంప్ట్ చేశారా? క్వశ్చన్స్ అటెంప్ట్ చేశారా? అన్ని చేశారు? ఆర్ చేయలేదా? ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అయినా చదివారా? చాలా రోజులు నుంచి డిపిపి పెండింగ్ పెట్టకండి. ఇందులో వెరీ గుడ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సార్, కరెక్టెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫైనెస్ట్ బుక్స్. ఆ బుక్ మార్కెట్ లో రేట్ అంటే 8,000 9,000 రేట్ ఉంది ఆ బుక్. సో వీ కెనాట్ పర్చేస్ సచ్ బుక్స్. సో బట్ వీఆర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు అసెంబుల్ ఆల్ సచ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, కరెక్ట్ సచ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అండ్ గివ్ ఇట్ టు us in form of DPP. Alright, that's one of the finest books in calculus. మనకు కావాల్సిన calculus లో. Alright. Alright, that's the examples are completed. Alright, good. Bhavna? Why this says examples are completed? Okay, Bhavna, you are sitting to recorded sessions, huh?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Omkar ఎక్కడ వచ్చింది?
What, sir?
DPP, maximum minimum DPP ఇచ్చాను కదా, application of derivatives లో 3 examples ఇంకా 10 questions. అది ఎక్కడ వరకు చేశారు? ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ చేశారా? చేయలేదా?
Sir, చేయలేదు సార్.
Okay. You try to do it today, at least do the examples. Or
Yes.
but alright, try to do it. We need to complete the DPP. DPP is pending వదిలేయకూడదు. మంచి questions సెలెక్ట్ చేసి ఇస్తున్నాం DPP లో. So
Okay,
DPP
sir.
should not be left like that. Alright. Thank you all students. Have a great day. Thank you, ma'am. Chandrika, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, students. Again, we will have class in the evening from 7 to 9. Bye, everyone. And don't forget to do the homework and send to the WhatsApp number. Again, we will meet evening at 7 o'clock. Bye.
Oh, ma'am, we can end the session.